Yo, what's up? Lethal Collective Q&A Mondays. We got Craven Something Scary with me and KillJoy Jake, a.k.a. KillJoy Jamie, a.k.a. the guy who made Red Right Hand.
That's right.
What's going on, gentlemen? How's it going?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, man.
All right.
Hey, look, I just want to start this thing off for all you guys in the chat. Hello to all of you, a blanket hello. And we'll be trying to get to you guys' comments, and definitely leave us any questions you may have. We'll try to get to as many as those as we can. But first of all, just to give a huge congrats to our man, KillJoy Jake, for doing such a fantastic job on his movie for Red Right Hand. And I told him backstage and left a comment, legit jumped me twice. So anyways, bro, I wanted to say that live here, man. What a job.
Yeah.
All the sacrifice and the loss of sleep and the loss of, food and sustenance to be able to do this, man. Congratulations. Seriously.
Thank you so much, man. It was so much fun making it, and I'm really glad you both like it, and I'm excited for everyone else to see it tomorrow. So it's really exciting stuff. I've been waiting for like a year to talk about it, so tomorrow night is going to be a lot of fun. Very excited to finally talk about everything with everybody. Another thing though we have to hit on real quick is the Nightwatch Zone is at 18.7 now thousand subscribers. And
Jake,
can
you give me one of yours? Can you give me one of your things? Pump me up.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes,
dude, that's ridiculous. Oh my god, I think I made your dogs mad.
My dogs are freaking out from it, dude.
Your dogs are losing your mind. I love it. Dude, I don't even know, man. That's insane. You more than like doubled. You're almost tripled your sub count. Like that's
it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. I all I can say is that I'm just trying to enjoy the ride, and it's just a weird thing, a lot of things just kind of aligned at, and I talked to Steven about this yesterday, and a lot of things just kind of aligned. So it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Hey, like I say, Knight, I don't even worry about trying to figure it out. Just enjoy it and ride the wave, man. I'm not a surfer. Never ever wanted to get on a surfboard in my life. I'm a Texas boy down here, but let me just tell you, you're on the surfboard, baby. You're on that wave, and just ride it, man. I'm telling you, I said 25 by Christmas. I'm revising it. Well, no, 25 by Christmas. I'm still gonna stick with, but I say no, 30 by January 1st. I'm serious. 30 A.
I don't know, man. Anyway,
and then all of a sudden we get an email. And Knight says, "Bye, guys. Nice knowing you. He's gone from the collective, and we'll never be heard from again."
Stop.
No, I'm kidding.
Know that's not gonna happen.
No way.
Oh man.
Awesome, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy, and I don't know, man. But I will say this, and I was talking about this, yesterday on stream. Definitely so much thanks to all the supporters out there for this community, for all of us as content creators, and obviously with you guys, like we did right before we went live. It's always such an important thing to have people that you can turn to and talk to and go to your problems with and stuff like that. And you guys have obviously been able to do that so much for me, and as we try to do for each other, and supportive. And man, it's special, man. It really is, because you can't do this stuff alone. You really can't. So thank you guys for always being just awesome bros.
Yeah, dude.
Always.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about you three. Well, you two. Since Fate's not here, but all three of you guys. If you're listening, Fate, you're included.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, man. Because there's so many times that times get rough sometimes in what we do.
Yeah, they do.
And they get frustrating, and they get all kinds of adjectives you want to use. And it's not something that you can just openly talk about with everybody, because they won't understand. And they just, and it's not, that doesn't mean anything against them. They just
Right.
they don't know, and
Yeah.
it's like you come to me with problems about working in a mechanic shop, working on cars. I have no clue. I can like, I'm sorry, man, but I don't got to fix it, or what.
Right.
But it's so cool though that part of the Lethal Collective is us together, not only here but offline.
Yes.
That relationship where I can call Night, and Night you can call me, and Jake same way, and Faith,
hmm
and if we need to just sometimes vent or just ask questions or just know
hmm
you're with people that are in the fight with you.
That's right.
We're in the fight together. That feels there's nothing like that feeling. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It really is because it just makes you feel like I'm not alone,
yeah,
and doing YouTube sometimes can feel like that because, you're just trying to find your way.
yeah,
So it's good to feel that you're not alone. So
yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
man. Yeah. But also, and thanks so much, guys. You guys are the best. But also, I mean, let's talk about this thing we were talking also about backstage that we're gonna try to do for Friday.
Yeah.
I'll let you kind of take it because I mean, the man of the hour.
Yeah, so on Friday on the Lethal Collective, we'll be doing a watch party for Red Right Hand. It comes out tomorrow, so I'm very excited very excited for that. I'm very excited to watch it with people and get your guys' live reactions. So it's going to
Yeah.
be a lot of fun. I can't wait. So make sure to join us this Friday. We're going to start. Are we going to start 30 minutes earlier? Are we
I
committed to
think
that?
that's
Yep.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so we are going to start at 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central then, so make sure to check it out on Friday, 30 minutes earlier, and we're doing a little watch party of Red Right Hand. It'll be fun. It'll still be an hour. The movie's only like what, hour 5, hour 6 or something. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
come stop by and say hello.
Yeah, dude. Our first watch party.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Which is really cool, man, because we've talked about doing that for the fun of it, and we've done that with each other's on our other channels and stuff like that. But the collective doing a watch party for Red Right Hand, man, this is gonna be that's gonna be awesome. Just thinking about it, I'm like getting all hyped up for it. That's really cool.
Me
Oh yeah.
too.
Very, very cool. Coop said, "Oh my God, is that KillJoy Jamie?"
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, that was good. Oh man.
Oh,
Hey to all of you guys. Like I said, we see all you guys and Extron and Russell and Jen and Nathan and Carrie, good old Carrie, Mark. Extron saying congrats on Red Right Hand, Jake.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
man.
much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Carrie, kudos to our boy Jake. Truly a great film. It was fun and great homages. Yes. Yes.
oh yeah.
Yes. Very much so.
I can't
All
wait till we
right.
can talk about it.
I know. I want to talk
know.
about it so bad, but I know not everyone has seen it,
Yeah.
so we'll
Right.
wait.
We'll wait. We'll be
Right.
patient.
I've waited a whole
Yes.
year. I can wait another day. So
Right.
Right. Uh-huh.
man.
Hey, what's up, Howard? How's it going?
They are.
Gee, Knight, you're amazing. What's going on?
You
Nathan
are
saying,
amazing, Knight.
"Oh,
Absolutely.
jeez,
all the love,
guys.
all the love to you.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
aggressively nice. Sorry. Okay, let's keep going.
Yes.
Nathan said, Craven something scary. Where's the Terror Trade watch along? Come on, man.
Terror Train. Come on, man.
Man.
Terror Train. I thought
The
we
new
did a
one?
Terror Train watch along already. Maybe we
Oh,
did.
the original. Yeah.
I thought we did. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nathan,
Maybe-
you missed it, man.
Or does he mean the remake?
Oh, I'm not doing a watch along for that remake.
But maybe that's why he's asking, because he knows how much you love the original.
Oh, that could be. There'll be no watch party for that remake. Sorry.
He's like, I'm not even gonna try it.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna try it.
I watched it and no watch party.
Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Flash? Flash is in the chat. And Lindsay, what's up? What's up? Good to see you guys. Gosh. He's like, I won't even try it. But as well as I do, sometimes even a bad movie can be a lot of fun with a watch along. Just saying.
That is true now. It
Just
does make
saying.
a difference. Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. Danny's in the chat too. What's up? Saying, Craven, I saw you super chat Dave McRae during the stream. You should definitely try to get him on one of your streams. You guys could have a good conversation. Yeah, man.
I don't.
No doubt.
I didn't super chat him, but I wasn't me. I don't know if it's somebody that was using my name or something. But yeah, I
Oh.
did not send any super chats. I like Dave McRae though, and yeah,
Mm.
it would be a lot of fun for sure.
And
Um,
yeah, that would.
yeah.
Speaking of which, and congrats to your really cool stream with Zach last night, Zach Cherry.
Oh
That was a
yeah,
really,
man.
really cool
Thank you.
discussion.
It
Yeah.
was a good time. It really was. It's doing really well on the replay too, which is nice to see. So
Mm-hmm.
people are seem to enjoy it. So
Yeah.
he's a great guy. I'm gonna have him back after Scream comes out in
Mm-hmm.
March, and we're gonna do like a review, post review kind of thing. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, thank you for night. It was for saying that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
good
It's
time.
it's kind of like, when you guys would be talking, and of course, we all do this and we all have different styles with conversation, but it was kind of
Mhm.
like cool because, you guys would be talking about something and he would say something and it would kind of make you kind of think about it and be like, well, and then you would be saying some stuff. And Zach would be like, well, now how did, so like it was like
Right.
this. I'm not explaining this well at all, but I guess it's the rhythm of you guys talking together was interesting in a way
Hmm.
where, granted, obviously knowing you, I'm invested. But if I wasn't, was what I'm getting at, is that
Oh,
it was the
okay.
type of style that kind of made me want to be like, okay, no, wait a minute, what is he gonna say? Okay, what does he think about this? So it was kind of like,
Oh,
you
nice.
know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
explaining it right, but it's a certain dynamic, and you guys had that the last time too, where it's kind of like,
Hmm.
where is this gonna go? So really,
Hmm.
really cool stuff, man.
Oh, thank you, man. That's very kind of you to say.
Yeah,
It was definitely a good time. He seemed to really have a good time. We talked about it
good.
afterwards as well, and you always know if they really enjoyed it, a
Hmm.
guest, if they come back,
Right, right.
because somebody can say I had a great time and then like ghost you, you know. But
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Hmm.
that's always like my measuring stick. Do they come back if I ask them to? Then I
Yeah.
believe them, you
Right.
know. But no, thank you, Knight. That's very kind. It was a
Yeah.
great conversation, and he's a very analytical thinker, as you know,
Yes. Yes.
very analytical thinker,
Mm-hmm.
and so like he processes information. It's like when
Mm-hmm.
we're talking, you can he would ask those clarifying questions like you talked about, like
Mm-hmm.
very processing things. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, afterwards, I don't think he'd be upset if I shared this. We were just talking, and I said, "Hey, listen, I know that you don't have Angelina as a killer on
Mm-hmm.
his Ghostface list because it's not an official reveal, and I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I said, could you tell me how you would rank her if
Mm.
it comes out that she was, or let's just say she was for hypothetical?" And
Mm-hmm.
he thought about it for a minute, got real quiet,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "I don't think I can because I have to see like I need to see what she did, like the kills, like it's
Mm.
all and very and it is great." I'm like, "Hey man, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
just kind of shows you the way his motors run
I'd want
Right.
to
sometimes."
hear I'd want to hear Angelina's motive too. Like I'd want to hear like her from her mouth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like we can
Mm.
speculate all day what it might have been, but like
Hmm.
if we would have gotten something with her, that would vastly
Yeah.
change how I think about these people. You know what I mean? Like what if
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
I don't think I would feel so strongly against Mrs. Loomis if I never saw her whole spiel. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, okay,
Right.
she's a cool character, but if it was just like in the background she was a killer, no reveal, I'd have
Yeah.
totally different opinion on Mrs. Loomis. So I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
knew I would need to see that. Yeah, it's a tough thing for sure. So I get
No
that.
doubt.
But it
No
would be
doubt.
interesting, and I think that at the very least, you know, Angelina is still in that Scream universe in my mind. She's at least on the table. It's
Mm-hmm.
that if any future writers, they're going to do what they're going to do. Just like the whole Kevin Williamson thing. All due respect to Kevin Williamson, he can say Stu's dead, and that's fine in his mind. But it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
even matter what he says. He said Kirby Reed was dead in his script. And he
Mm-hmm.
said to him personally, Kirby is dead. That was from his own mouth. Well,
Right.
you know what Wes Craven said? I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Wes was bringing Kirby back in Scream 5. Kevin Williamson said, "No, she's dead. Didn't matter." And Radio Silence is bringing her back. And so the point of it is, these previous writers, creators, all due respect, he's a legend. But
Right.
that does not affect future movies. You have new writers, new directors, they're going to do what they want. They're not going to
New
be
visions.
they're not handcuffed to Kevin Williamson's ideas.
Nor should
They're
they
not, and
be.
they shouldn't be. Yeah, that's why. Like,
Right.
if that was the case, Kirby Reed would not be back in Scream 6
Right.
because he
Yep.
he flat out says she's dead, and
Yep.
he was against her coming back.
I just like it's gonna take a lot of convincing for me to be convinced Stu is still alive at this point. I mean, like if that's this is the closest thing we could get to basically Wes Craven saying the character is dead. Like Kevin Williamson is the closest thing we could get to that at this point. The guy's saying he's dead. I don't know, man. Like I would need to see something crazy at this point. I don't think it's gonna happen. I wanted to, you know,
Yeah,
I think it would be cool if it happened, but I just
In other words,
he came up with the story for 5, didn't he? He's credited for it. He has a story credit. He didn't write the script, but
right.
so like I couldn't tell you off the top of my head if he has a story credit for 6 or not, but I would need to see that too.
No, as far as listening right now, at least he's executive producer. And as far as like under writing, it's writing based on characters based on him. He's not like he's actively writing.
Yeah.
And but the thing is and I respect you what you're saying, but my point is I don't think it matters. Like, okay, so who cares that Kevin Williams says he's dead? That's my point. Is if now here's the thing: if he was like Mustafa Akkad or Malik, where he had his hand on every movie that comes out from now on, he has veto power. Okay, now that's a different scenario.
You don't think Kevin Williamson has veto power though? You don't think if Radio Silence pitches a crazy outlandish idea that he's not going to be like, I don't know about that.
Well, he might. I think he would consult them.
Yeah, I think he would consult them too.
Like he did with Wes. He said he didn't want. He said Kirby was dead. That was. I could see him saying, "Hey guys, you know what? I really, I think he died. I don't think or whatever. I wouldn't advise doing it. It's one thing to consult, but it's a whole nother thing when you have control, like Vanderbilt has, and as with Project X, who's producing the movie, chief writer. So I just see it as I respect Kevin, and it's all good. I have no problem with Kevin, but it doesn't change a thing for me. It just doesn't. If he was the writer, if he had, again, like I said, like a Malik Akkad situation, where you do nothing without, like you can't kill Michael. Remember,
right?
Mustafa can't happen, and it didn't matter who you brought in; they had to follow that.
Yeah, he was adamant about that.
Adamant about it.
I saw him when he would talk about that. That's like, man, this guy is freaking serious. He's like, you are not killing the cash cow. Rest in peace.
That's right.
Let me just say one more thing real quick, and I do want to come back to the Kevin Williamson thing. But Nathan was talking about the OG Terror Train. He didn't see it when we.
Okay. Yeah, we sure did. We did. I think if you go to my channel, you can, I think you can search for it there. It should be under my playlist. Yeah. And if it's a members only, I can't remember if it's members only or not. Anyway, Nathan, check it out. It's on the channel. Yep.
Yeah. Brandon from I Like Scary. What's up, bro? Said everybody sit down. Jake's on TV. Right?
Yo, Brandon, how's it going, man?
That's awesome, dude. Thanks for the support, man.
I got to meet Brandon at Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know if I ever said anything about it, but he is just such a nice guy. We had a great conversation. I don't know, just really cool dude. We gotta have you on the stream again, Brandon. Gotta make it happen. Holy crap!
I know. I mentioned the other day saying the same thing. I'm like, dude, it feels like it's been forever since we've talked about stuff, man. And speaking of, Alex from Podcast Now has just popped into the chat. Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Yo. What's up?
Can I say something too, man? See, I know we're all over the place, and we got a super chat I'll get to in a second. But when we were checking out the trailer, and all of a sudden it was totally just spur of the moment, because Steven jumps on, and then we got Alex on, and we're like, it was so funny because I got comments. I think Carrie said it too. Like we were like forensic investigating the trailer and trying to figure out little things. That was fun as shit. I'm just gonna say it was totally spur of the moment. It was so much fun. So
it was.
Oh, God, man,
it was so great because it was so funny because I was originally Alex and I had kind of planned to do a collab that morning. I was going to do a live stream at like 10:30, and then night when I went over to your channel for the thing, it was so much fun. And then Alex is like texting me saying, "Hey man, are we going to still do it?" I said, "Hey, actually, now that you mentioned that,
Oh
And
man,
so he was able to join us. It was so fun
it
that morning. It
was.
was so cool. And
That's
Alex
nice.
was busting out these pictures
Right?
that we had. I'm like, dude.
He was like, yeah, I posted it on my Twitter, and we're like, I guess what I'm saying is it was really fun, and the live audience was, as usual, just fantastic, and we were like getting like live, like on the second type of, you know, uh, not reporting, but well, kind of,
Yeah,
and
kind
just try
of.
to figure
Yeah,
stuff out. It was fun, man. It really, really
it
was.
was, dude.
Um, and also just to say to Carrie, thank you so much. She's coming in with a super chat. We appreciate you so much,
Hey.
Miss Carrie Craves Cinema. Uh, saying I'm off Friday, so guess what? I'll be there.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
awesome, Carrie.
yeah.
Awesome. Very, very cool.
Carrie, I guess that also means you'll be on the Movie Bros Thursday night for a watch party. I know you're off on Friday.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. What are you guys gonna be watching?
I don't know. We're gonna put it together tomorrow
Okay.
and look at our options.
Very cool. Very, very cool. But Carrie, thank you so much for the super chat. We absolutely love you.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes,
much.
yes, we do. Thank you.
And getting back to Kevin for a second, because I wanted to throw this back to Jake. So when you heard that, Jake, as far as like if you had a meter that was kind of kind of pushing you one way or another to believe or think that Stu was coming back. So when you heard that, it definitely dropped your belief that he was coming back, right? That's
I
what you're saying.
mean, like, yeah. I mean, the only thing that would the only thing that would take it even farther than that at this point is if like Radio Silence or one of the writers says something about it. But like,
Mm,
this is enough for me personally. I don't
mm,
know. If it wasn't one of the original guys, like Kevin Williamson, Wes Craven, that is how Scream came about. You know what I mean? If it
mhm,
wasn't for
Yep.
those two, we would not be sitting here talking about it right now.
mm,
One of them has said that the character is dead. I don't know. I don't know how else to take that. I don't know.
mm,
I think it would be cool if he made an appearance in one of these movies. I've always felt that it was like one of those things where I'm like, it would be awesome if it happened, if it does. But I'm also just like, I'm so interested in new characters though. I'm very interested to see somebody else come and start stabbing people. I want to know what their motive is and stuff. And if Stu was to come back, I wouldn't want it to be the whole focus of a new movie, because then
mm.
like the whole time you're looking around trying to figure out who the killer is, and then it's Stu. All that time was wasted. There's no rewatchability now with the movie. I don't know. Like, I just don't think it could. I don't think it would be as exciting as a new character becoming Ghostface personally. As much as I would love maybe a little appearance or something from him, I just don't think it should happen in the conventional sense if they were to bring him back in the first place, anyways. Which I
Yeah.
feel like is undeniably how they would do it. You know what I mean? Does that
Mhm,
make sense?
mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. Well,
If
what
you
do you
do the
think?
okay.
No, no, you go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking one way you could kind of save the surprise element is by having your um, having your Ghostface killers be other people, right? So like the whole three killer idea that I've always wanted to see. I think you guys too. That's I could see a situation where you have Stu who's there, but you've also got two other Ghostface killers running around. We don't know who they are. They're the part of the friend group, the typical thing, or maybe not whoever. Uh, so I could see like that maybe retaining. Would that retain some of it for you if you had that mystery element with the other people killing, not just Stu?
Yeah, like that could work. It's once again just one of those things where I'm like, I need to see it to believe it, because like they've
Mhm,
always stuck to this formula with all these movies. A lot of us are predicting that 6 will be the one that kind of finally breaks the mold a bit. So I'm
mhm,
like, once again, I'm curious to see that. And then if they want to break the mold again in 7 and do something like that, sure. But I don't know if they're gonna do it now with Kevin Williamson
Yeah.
saying that. I mean, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. It's really tough for me to formulate something where, because like I think in the past we could talk about it because it had always been like mysterious. No one had ever confirmed he was dead. Now I just don't know, man. It's one of those tough positions. I was even saying, comparing it to like the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire
mhm.
thing for No Way Home.
Right.
Like 3 months before that movie came out, they were totally teasing it in interviews. They weren't directly saying it, but Andrew was like, I don't know, maybe I'm in it. And there was like this video of Tobey Maguire in like Central Park, and he's like saying like, just wait until December, see what happens. Like the way they talked about it was like they're teasing this big reveal in the movie. This like the way he said it was the most straightforward no I've ever read. Like if there was like a little hint of something in there, okay, but the only like little spice we've gotten from people is Matthew Lillard himself, who as of right now is not confirmed to be a part of the project. Like I think he said back in January that he's like, yeah, maybe I'm alive, maybe I'm in it, but like he's not a part of the project. If someone part of the project was saying that, I'd have a totally different opinion right now. But nobody who's a part of the project is even mentioning Stu in oh, he could come back, or ooh, maybe he's still alive. You know what I mean? Once that shit starts happening, then we'll talk. But as of right now, I just don't think he's coming back. I hope. Once again, I'm not shitting on anybody who still has the theory, though. Like theorize all you want. That podcast now was saying something a minute ago that I actually real quick want to touch on. Don't shit on people for their theories. Let them have let people have theories, right. No matter which way. I literally I made a video today talking about this, and a big point I said was, if you still think Stu's coming back, great, hell yeah, theorize it. And literally in the comments of that video, I have people shitting on each other, saying really nasty things to each other about their Stu theories, and I'm like, what the hell? Like I literally did you not watch the video? Oh my god. I don't know, man. Some people suck, dude.
But they do, man.
And the thing of it too is that it's fun, you know what I mean, just to have that conversation, because it's about a character. If you're a fan of the franchise, you know, a lot of times it's we're talking about a character that is fairly beloved and revered. So it's kind of fun when you hear people on both sides of it, you know, obviously as long as there's civil, basically thinking of a way that it could happen, and those that are
that's
thinking,
great.
Right. But also for those people that are saying, no, man, I don't see how they could make it work because this or that. Like, to me, that's a blast. You know what I mean? And obviously at the end of the day, you know, we'll find out. But I'll tell you what, as someone who does also want to see him come back, and for me, it's just so many breadcrumbs. It seems like it would be a wasted opportunity. But this lead up to it, you know, obviously starting with 5 and now leading up to a teaser trailer. And obviously we're going to be covering the crap out of this thing leading up to 6. It's fun, you know, just the journey. I mean, as cliche as that sounds, it's fun to try to put some pieces of the puzzle together on both sides of the fence. You know what I mean? And like you said, Jake, I think people should just have fun with it. You know, I mean, we're all fans of the franchise, so
and it's a fictional movie. This is a Hollywood, man. It's a horror. It's like sometimes we get I think we get so into the weeds that we forget we're talking about a fictional horror movie. From a studio in Hollywood. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I mean, seriously, you know. I think sometimes, like Wes Craven said, I've been using this quote this week because he said, and I heard this quote from J.P. Jones, the prop master that worked on the 4 of Wes Craven's Scream films, and a lot more than that. He used them on everything, basically, for like 15 years. Anyway, he said that when they were talking about reality, like realistic versus, you know, unbelievable, and he said Wes Craven told him one time, if I wanted to make movies about reality, I would make documentaries.
Right.
And I'm like, it's true. Like, that's coming from Wes himself, who did pride that movies on realism. He did. But at the same time, even he's like, you know, look, it is a movie, right? It isn't. And all it takes is, you know, used to would say a pen in hand. Now it's like a finger on a laptop to make him alive back again just that quickly. And once you type it, it's real again. So I just say this, whether or not he ever comes back, I've always said he may never come back. Like I've never been one to say I guarantee he's coming back, because I don't know. I just always say that I believe that if they ever want to do it, the opportunity's there. It's plausible. And I still believe there are real plausible ways to get that storyline done. I just do. I believe that. And now that doesn't mean it's ever going to happen. We may be sitting here at Scream 10 and the Stu train is still gassing up, you know, and we're like, I'm waiting for Stu. Let's go. Maybe it's going to be this one, you know, maybe the next writers, you know, maybe after Radio Silence goes on to other things.
By Scream 10, the Stu train, like the the food that we serve on the trade will start getting a little bit cheaper because we can't fund it forever. It's like
Right. I mean,
people are like, I'm used to getting steak, and now I'm just getting like some frozen meals.
peanuts, pretzels.
Peanuts.
Well, but I promise you, if we're at Scream 10 and Stu is not back, I will still provide refreshments. We'll find a way
Good.
to fund
Good.
it
That's
because you know what? Because dadgummit, that's what I want to do because I love it. And I think it's like Knight touched on it. Sometimes we can take things so serious, man. It's like,
Mm.
you know, is it not fun to theorize and to
Mhm.
sit here and think about the what ifs? Because I love to live in what if land. Because if you're just
yeah.
living in like what's done, that gets boring. Like,
Right.
like it's like, what could you do, Jake? How could we do that? And that's to me, I love to stay in that space.
And
Mhm.
like going back to something I always like to talk about, and then I do want to talk about Killer Podcast's $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to see the same thing over and over and over again. Like if you like, I think if we get to, Russell just said Scream 100. If we ever get to Scream 100, bring
Let's
Stu
go.
back as a fucking robot or something. Like
Heck
fuck
yeah.
it, man.
Mhm.
I
Let's
don't be
go.
closed. Don't be closed minded to ideas. You know what I mean? If we keep doing the same, I would rather a franchise get ridiculously off the rails and ridiculous into ridiculous territory. I would rather
Yeah.
that happen than to do the exact same thing every single time and to
Mhm.
expect people to enjoy that. I would
Mhm.
100%
True.
rather the one over the other because we'll always have Scream 1 with Matthew Lillard and Billy, and if you want to just watch that, that's
Hmm.
totally fine. If you don't like any of the sequels, that's totally fine. But I think moving forward with the franchise, you should take it in new directions, whichever way you want.
Mhm.
Well, Knight, and I want to ask you while we close the Kevin Williams subject here with the super chat.
Mhm.
Um, I know you mentioned you still like myself wants to back. And Jake, you even said you'd like to see him back. You just don't think you will. We will. But Knight, when you read the article and you saw the quote, it
Mhm.
was just fishy. The timing of it is
Yeah.
just too on the nose. It's just all.
Yeah.
It's really. I just don't buy it. It smells too coy. What were your thoughts, man? Like, how did you
The
interpret it? Would
the
you,
f-
I'm
yeah, the
sorry.
first thing that came to my mind was, wow, okay. You know what I mean? Because of the timing of it. Now,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that I know, and I've seen it in comments too, that are saying, that's exactly why he said it, is to kind of just get
Hmm.
it out there right now and say, look, don't get any popcorn out if you're expecting to see him return, because you're going to be disappointed. And I understand that, but for me, just the emotion of what was going on at the time, and the trailer being what I thought was a really great example of a good, maybe even a great teaser, which
Hmm.
I was very excited about. When I read that, I just thought, man, the timing of this, I think you just said it, Steve. It smells fishy, so that was my immediate and still reaction to that. Now again,
Hmm.
it could be that the absolute reason is to say, hey guys, look, just letting you guys know, as far as this is concerned, no. Everything
Hmm.
else, you'll have a surprise, and then, we're not going to spoil anything, but for this, no. It could be that. But yeah, I just think the timing of it was the first thing that made me kind of look sideways. Just
Okay.
it
Yeah.
if this was, I don't know if it was a month, out, from the trailer or something like that, maybe I wouldn't have felt that way. Maybe I would have been more
Hmm.
like, wow, I really wonder, Kevin's saying that. Holy crap, it could be true. Maybe I would have felt more like that. But because it was right there with the trailer release, it was just
Yeah.
odd. It's just
Yeah.
odd.
And it seems to me if you're gonna, and I know I kept saying I'll end it here, but I'm just thinking about like if you're wanting to try and surprise people, if you want to try to take people's focus off of Stu, wouldn't this be what you would do? I mean, I would think let's get out there and say he's dead. Let's get it out there right now because let's get people thinking about other things, forgetting about Stu,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
everyone just saying in their mind, okay, like, well, he's dead. I'm not gonna really think about that anymore. And then bam, there he is. I'm just saying, I don't know. If I'm in the studio marketing, I would suggest that as a tactic.
Mm.
That's so I don't know, but who knows? We'll see.
I just think if he's back, they would do one of two things in my mind. They would completely not mention it at all and then just let it be a big surprise when it comes out, or they would tease it, like they would hint at it. Like, and then just not say anything else. Like that to me is what I've always seen happen, which is why that's why, like, when people were like, oh, maybe Nev Campbell's lying about still being in it when she came out and said all that, I'm like, that this isn't the way they would approach it though. Like, I've seen Hollywood studios do this before, and it's typically by the books. They do it a certain way because it builds the most hype. Like when you tease stuff, like if they announce that, like they wouldn't do that with Nev. They wouldn't like say she's not in it and then bring her back. You know what I mean? That just doesn't make any sense if you think about that on paper. If she had died in a previous movie though, and then was like, oh, well, maybe I'll be in Scream 6. Oh, okay, well, then you'd have me talking. You know what I mean? Just to compare it to that situation. I just don't think they would handle it in this situation if he was coming back. But maybe, once again, it's not. I'll say this: it's not completely ruled out until we see it. But
right.
Yeah, we got a little stinker in the private chat, by the way.
Yeah, we do. And real quick too, Carrie, thank you for putting the links in the chat. Jake's going to be going on at 7:05. It could be 7:06. So pretty much after you never know, we could be done. So want to thank you for putting that in there. And also, Carrie, thank you for putting the link for me. We're going to be talking about Terrifier for Slasher Movie Club later on. So we're finally, I've been waiting a long time to do that. So that's going to be fun. So definitely, if you guys are around at 8, we'll be doing that. Thank you, Denisha. And let's bring in a buddy of ours here who made it. What's up, bro?
Hey,
yo. Streak alive.
Yeah,
I knew you would.
Good God. And we got a super chat from Killer Podcast. Thank you so much. $5 super chat. Saying thanks for how you are handling the Kevin Williamson stew comments. Some creators are attacking viewers in their comment sections. It's sad. Speculation makes it fun.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
It's terrible, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, let's just have fun with it. We're fans. You know, we've talked about this before, and I've said it multiple times. This journey to the movie and us talking about it and hanging with each other and collaborating, to me, is some of the most fun. Like, I still remember our journey to Scream 5 and obviously our Halloween journeys, just the conversations, the agreements, the disagreements, the speculations, the theories, the
Halloween
ups, the
ends
downs.
trash. Sorry.
Yeah. But it was so much fun. But I mean, it was just so much fun going through that. So it's like, let's just have fun with this thing, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, but anyways, thank you so
It's what
much,
it
Killer
should be.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, we don't have to take ourselves so seriously, guys.
Yeah,
These are movies.
I saw
That's
someone.
the big thing.
Yeah,
This is live.
No, it's movies.
It's so funny you say that, and Memo Boy's got a super chat I want to get to in a second. But I saw this with a pretty big horror YouTuber that had posted something from a comment section about someone that said, well, if he's not in the movie, you're going to be so dejected or so depressed. And the content creator was the best. He's like, no, I'll be okay because I'm an adult. I'll make it. I'll move on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, these are movies, man. I mean,
The only thing, real quick, the only thing that I worry about, right? Because I don't think there's any problem with, either faction, right? You got these two like groups of people and all stuff. My only problem is like you have so many people that wholeheartedly believe it that like I fear that if it doesn't happen, you're gonna have a lot of just pissed off, disappointed fans that because they have this expectation that they believe, and it could affect future projects. You know what I mean? Like that's a concern that I have. Because and look, fan service is a very powerful thing, right? Like enough people want it. Yeah, but I my only concern is like I just don't want to see you have a bunch of people that are like it's same thing with the Sydney thing, right? You still have so many people that believe Sydney like this is all an Andrew Garfield, and they're gonna go see this movie and they're gonna be very disappointed, and that's a real concern that I have.
Like my thing about that though is they never promised either of those things though. So if you're disappointed for that, that's on you. You know what I mean? Like if you're like Craven, even though I know you really want to see Stu back, I don't think you'll be like I don't think you'll hate Scream 6 if he's not in there. You know?
Right.
No, not at all. Because I mean, and people have to manage your own expectations. Like you
absolutely
you have to own that individually. And I'm gonna look if Stu's not in, and I've said this before. I actually hope Stu's not in 6. I would rather him be in 7 if they're going to bring him in this. That's personally my opinion. But to your point though, Jake, if he's not in 6 or 7, I'm still going to be open minded to the movie. And if they do a great job with a good mystery, a good story, I'm gonna love the. I'm gonna love the movie. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be like, guys, there's no Stu. It's garbage. I'm never watching. No, that's ridiculous, man. It can still be good.
So to me, I'm just like, as long as they like, if they okay. So now if they different story though, Fade. If they do like kind of tease at it, you know, like everything Kevin Williamson said was not a tease. Like I would argue, like there's nothing about what he said that teases Stu's return or anything. Like, oh well, he's dead, but maybe he's not. You know, nothing about it was a tease. But so as long as they don't do that, then as long as they don't do that, they'll be fine. I think is my big thing. But
but many people feel like they have. I mean, even Knight said earlier, because I was listening to the stream, even Knight said earlier, like this would be a missed opportunity because there's breadcrumbs. A lot of people feel like they have used it. A lot of people feel like they have done that. And I don't agree. I don't think that they have. I think that they have a lot of open stuff that, you know, can be interpreted either way. And but the thing is that there are so many people that are like, oh, look at this. They spoke about Stu in present tense. Right, like so. Therefore, he has to be alive. So, like, you know, if I say Jeffrey Dahmer is a bad man, like people say stuff like that. It doesn't mean he's alive. That's my concern. Is that people? I feel like there's a lot of people that see what they believe and interpret as evidence as to his survival, and they believe that it is being perceived that way, and they keep us, and they're dangling you on a string. And you're leading down this road to Stu, and then it doesn't lead to anything. And then the conversations build, the community grows, people keep driving that narrative, keep driving that conversation. And I just think you're going to have a lot of very disappointed and upset people when the time goes. We get through Scream 7, you're going to have people that are like, so it's a wasted opportunity. They could have brought Stu back, like all that stuff. That's the concern that I have.
Yeah. You know? I mean, I say it like this, and I'm the conductor of the Stu train.
Yeah.
Manage your expectations. Yeah. Nowhere is anywhere guaranteed that they're bringing him back. Now, but at the same time, I do believe that he's absolutely could come back. Doesn't change anything for me. But I also have managed my own expectations. Like I know that there's a chance this is not going to happen, but there's also a chance. Like Knight says, you're telling me there's a chance based on that it could happen, and that's enough for me. So. Just manage that. Like Faith's bringing up a good point. Just know it may not happen. And I think as long as if you're on the Stu train, stay on this train. Don't let anyone ever tell you should not think he can come back or that he's alive or not alive. That make you stick to your convictions, guys, because your opinion is just as right as anybody else's on this. So I say enjoy the ride. And if he's not there, then you know what? It may just not be the time. Maybe down the road. Enjoy the movie for what it is.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's all. That's all I have to say about it.
And Memo Boy with a super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. All the support. Saying any thought about Josh's Kirby's escorting the 4 core to the police station Halloween night. That's why they were at the subway. What do you guys think?
I wonder why they would be going to the police station. That's what I. Why do you think they're going to the police station? I guess is my question to retort.
Or maybe just to say it this way. Maybe what are our thoughts about Josh and Kirby being with the core for that Halloween night? Because we know Kirby's
and nobody
there.
Else.
Yeah, like what's up with that? Because there's no Dermot Mulroney wasn't there, and Gail wasn't there, and Samara. So what do you guys think about that group together?
I think
it's interesting.
I think it's like I want to say it's like late second act of the movie is what we're looking at in the teaser. I only say that because there's not as many characters there, and they all look like they're in danger. They all look like they've been running from something all night or some shit.
Right.
I don't know. That's just my guess. So I'm assuming that they're trying to just get the hell out of Dodge at this point. Is my guess from the teaser trailer.
Yeah, I definitely. I agree with that. I think it kind of has that vibe as well. But and one thing, and I can't remember, Steven, if we had talked about that the other day or whatever, but I'm really interested in Kirby as far as which way are we gonna be seeing? How is she gonna be depicted? Because obviously it could go multiple ways. It could be kind of like an offshoot of what we saw in 4, or I'm just saying, anything's possible, man. If people had told me she would even have come back, I'd have been like, yeah, I'd like to see that, but I don't know, or if someone said that we're going to see Billy, as an hallucination, I would have never thought that, to be quite honest. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm really interested in Kirby, how she's going to be depicted. Is she hardened and kind of a lot different than when we last saw her? And if so, what could that mean for her character or possible motivations? I'm just saying, it could get pretty interesting.
Well, I'll just give my 2 cents and then let you guys go. When my conversation with Zach Jerry last night, I was actually a little surprised when we talked about Kirby that he says he feels that there's a good chance that she could be a Ghostface in this movie. And I was like, really? It's interesting because I don't hear a lot of people thinking that way. And again, it's just, we're all theorizing here, but I thought that was interesting. And then I'm doing a video. The reason I'm bringing it up is to connect the dots to something that I just finished rendering before the stream. I haven't posted it yet. But after this stream, I'll be posting something where I've analyzed all of the old masks from 1 through 4 compared to the new image that we got from the EW article, that nice, beautiful image of Ghostface with a knife in his hand. And I started comparing masks side by side. Just anyway, I won't go into the whole video now, but the point of it is, I will just say this. I'll tease it this way. There is definitely, in my opinion, a Scream 4 connection. I'll leave it at that. And the only person that's coming back from 4 that we know of is Kirby. So it's interesting. At least I don't know. I don't think she's a killer, but it got me thinking.
Yeah.
What if? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Memo Boy, thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate it. Really do.
Appreciate it.
Carrie's still putting in links. Thank you, Carrie. You're all right. Yeah, man.
He's working hard, man.
We're gonna be talking about Halloween 2 on Tuesday night and a live Sins edition.
Oh man,
live.
That's a great movie. Can't wait for you to talk about it.
Is it?
It's something.
It's favorite.
Hey, look,
Jake, right? Exactly.
I can guarantee you this. Well, anyways, when we've been doing these episodes, I've been putting up stuff that because Kill and Coriander, they don't know what I'm gonna put up before I put up, even though we record it. And so I'll put up stuff. Yeah, this happened, and the reactions has just been priceless. So we're actually gonna be live tomorrow. And so we're gonna have fun with it, though. It's really just a fun series where we're just poking fun, even at movies we absolutely love. Because I absolutely love 2 and 4, and man, we railed on 4. Because no movie is perfect, right?
No.
Well, maybe no movie, but
there's a couple.
You notice we didn't do 78, so there was a reason we started with 2. So
that's right.
Carrie, thank you so much. $2 super chat saying, "What if Leslie Mocker used Stu's voice to trick us?" Ooh.
I could really see. So I could really see something like that happening, where they. And I mean, I've said this before, but it kind of makes more sense now. You could have it Stu driven, but really it's not Stu, it's Leslie Mocker.
It's Leslie, yeah.
Yeah, so you could and it would make sense why maybe they're wearing Stu's mask and all that stuff, and you can kind of piece it all together to make it make sense, and everyone thinks, oh, it's Stu's back, this, that, and the other, and then boom, it's Leslie. Because they did establish her, and you got to imagine that they established her for a reason, right? I don't think that they would have introduced this new character into the into the Mocker family just to say, we're never going to do anything with that.
Good point.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool. And
sister,
Stu's sister.
Oh gosh,
Jake's excited.
I know he is.
Jake would be like, "I'll buy that for $1."
I'll buy that for $1. The great reference, Night. I just watched that movie a week ago.
Dude, That movie is still amazing.
Oh, it is one of my
these-
all-time favorites. Like one of my
Dude.
all-time. RoboCop is one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh my
Dude.
god, it is so over the top.
It is, man. I mean, Paul Verhoeven, he had a moment with a couple of films, and that being, maybe the pinnacle. I remember seeing that as a kid, and I was just kind of thinking, what the hell is going on? I mean, it was just great. It's a classic movie. It really
robots
is.
making cheetah noises and shit. You're just like, what is happening right now? Dude, the funniest thing about that movie to me is Kurtwood Smith, Red Foreman from that 70s show, is the bad guy. He walks into a room at one point and he's like going to kill that one dude, and he just in Red's voice says, "Bitches leave." And it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, dude, I showed that to my buddy and he was like tears coming down his face. He's a huge That 70s Show fan. We had to stop it and rewind and watch that whole part again. Loved it. Sorry. So little side note, had to say that.
You're right, man. Let me just say as a quick little, and by the way, hey to Laura, how's it going? As kids, I remember I'm not gonna lie, man, we used to use that on each other. Like if we go into a room, bitches leave.
It's like the best soundbite of all time. It's so good.
I'm gonna put that together for a super chat clip. Man. This is great, man.
Totally should. You should
gotta do it. What's up, Mav? Mav's in the chat. Oh Lord. What's up, Danny?
What's up, Danny?
Oh my God. Mega Giants 2. What's going on? I'm totally lost now. Now you got me thinking about
everything else.
Tori says there's no way Kirby is a ghost face. No way possible.
I don't know.
I don't think so either. But I mean, you can never say never. You know what I mean?
Man.
Right.
I don't think they'll go that route.
Yeah.
Actually maybe I'll make that video tonight because I don't actually have a video up for Fate Decided. But one of the things that I've even thought about is like Kirby kind of fits the whole like wanting to kill the survivors. You know, who better to want to kill the survivors than a survivor? Somebody that's like, I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah, and the other thing about it too is Kirby's gonna be a different character this movie. Exactly. So that's why I'm staying open-minded to the killer theories because we really don't. It's not gonna be Kirby from Scream 4 again. Like she's gonna have a different angle to her character. It's been 10 years, so she's gonna be different. So that's why I'm open-minded to it, but I haven't heard anything that's really like tickling my pickle yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Hey, all I know is we've all seen that pickle. And
and Jen, thank you so much for reminding folks. Please give the video a like. It would really help to support us, and we'd appreciate it. Freaking Fate.
That picture of Jake is my screensaver. Here, you want to see?
Hey, Toby. Dude, if it is, I was about to say. Wait a second.
I'm just joking. It's not. It's my girls.
We've grown.
Yeah. If I replaced your daughters, dude, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Damn,
what's going on, Angie and Val? General's in the chat. Thank you so much for reminding folks to hit the like button. And we also have another super chat. I believe I thought I saw one. Jalen, $5 super chat. Thank you, Jalen. We appreciate you. Saying the shot in the teaser that contains the spicy mustard hot dog.
Jalen, yes.
Tony Revolori walking with his back turned to the camera. Dude, it's so funny that like so many people were like the spicy mustard.
Yes, it is legendary status. That super chat clip is it's everywhere, man.
Oh my God.
I love that. Not just the hot dog, the spicy mustard. It's like, yes.
Very
specific. My God.
It's the best part.
It is, man.
God. That song is playing in my mind now.
Yes, mine
too.
My
God.
Was there any like characters from the teaser that you were like shocked to see or like surprised to see?
Yes, Josh Segarra. I was really surprised to see Josh Segarra with everybody. I've been eyeing him as a killer since the start of all this, honestly.
Did that enforce, did the trailer enforce it or just kind of in the middle or
I don't
make you think it's not?
I don't know. That's the thing. I really, because like I can't tell if all the Mindy stuff is happening at the same time as the rest of it, because we never get a shot where she's with the rest of the group.
Right.
No,
it
I
could be
think-
two
yeah.
entirely different scenes from the movie. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it is.
I don't know.
Personally.
I think it is.
It probably is. Right? Yeah, it probably
do you guys
is.
think it's a dream sequence? Like many people think it's a dream sequence because like
Who would put a dream
sitting there-
sequence
she's
in
sitting
a
there and
Scream
everything-
movie? That's just stupid.
everything.
Okay, sorry.
It has happened.
No,
Right.
but, like, it
Let me
does-
agree,
I mean,
rock.
it does
You'll all
kinda
get
make
that
sense.
joke tomorrow. You'll all get that joke tomorrow. Okay.
No.
Anyways, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but I'd say like I do. It does kind of make sense because like she's sitting there and then everything around her fades to black, and then
Mhm.
Ghostface pops up. But that could just be cuts. That could just be a lot of things. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't think she's in the same. I think they're two separate scenes because also it looks like in the scene with everybody, you could make an argument. There's somebody that looks like it could be Mindy holding the pole, and she's wearing a jean jacket. And and then in the other shot, she's wearing a brown jacket. So like that's the other thing too. Assuming that that's her, so that could be the other thing too. But to the I don't know who it was that said it. I just saw briefly who's Christina Carpenter. As far as I know, they haven't casted anybody for her. Unless there was some news that I didn't hear about. But,
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
But it is interesting though about Josh. He's obviously infiltrated the friend group. He's either friends with Chad, friends with
he's
Sam.
supposed to be David, who's the love interest.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
He's David that's supposed to be Sam's love interest in this movie. So
yeah, and we were talking about why is he so far apart in that scene?
Yeah,
from Sam. Because look, man, if I'm with Melissa Barrera, come on. He's do what you're supposed to do, bro. Don't mess it up.
He's trying to get her. He's the neighbor that's trying to spit game. So maybe he's
right.
He hasn't
he's
got
not there yet.
Yeah, he's not there yet. He still has a little way to go. But hey, look at it like this. The original plot for Scream 2 was the boyfriend again. What if it's the new love interest again? What if they go with that again?
Man,
Jake is about to rock out.
It's always the love interest. Like in everything I've ever seen, it's always the love interest.
It better not be in this one. I swear, it better not be.
Okay, has anyone here seen Wednesday?
Yes.
Have you seen it all the way through?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind.
But it's okay though. Well, I'll mute and you can talk. And then
No, not everyone has seen it either. I don't want to. I'll say something after the stream because I just finished it last night and I have some thoughts.
Okay.
Like it was way too predictable.
Yes and no. Yes and a very strong no. Well, I have to talk about it with someone, so we'll talk it in a couple minutes.
He's like, I need to vent.
I need to talk about it. Yeah.
All right, we got another super chat coming in from C Mail. What's going on? $2 super chat saying Sam and Father's mask must be combined to turn Sam.
Oh.
The mask gives you power.
So the mask, if she gets Billy's mask, it might be enough to
turn her. To have her go over the edge.
He's the new Corey.
Hey,
we need more Corey Cunninghams in horror.
We do.
So.
Man.
Oh man.
Here we go.
Yep.
Have you guys seen that image meme of like Michael holding Corey Cunningham, like from the back, and it's
all right.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm telling you, go look up that meme. It's the funniest thing you ever seen in your life. It says like it's like a true love story or whatever. And you have Allison like walking away with her back turned, and then you have
I did
Michael
see that.
like hugging him from the back. I was like, this
Thanks,
is the greatest.
bro.
I was like, I love this. Nothing like a good Corey Cunningham movie.
Yes.
So
Thank you so much for the super chat, C-mail. We appreciate it.
Have you pre-ordered your Steelbook 4K?
Yeah, I bought 20 of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to buy like 20 of them. Oh, God.
I have my Corey Cunningham mask, my Corey Cunningham poster.
Oh, man.
The iconic character, Corey Cunningham. You know?
I even bought a motorcycle just like his.
Stop
Oh, my gosh.
Real quick, and as we start to wind down, Toby was saying, since you four are together, let's hear opening kill theories. We heard there are two. I think it'll be Samara and Tony. Ooh.
You're probably spot on, and I hate it. Like Toby's probably right, but it makes me sad. I want to see some more Samara in the movie, but yeah, I think she's the opening kill.
Yeah.
Makes me sad.
I personally think they're going to go one of two routes. I think it'll either be characters that we don't know yet, like it'll just be like, maybe the celebrity cameos or something like that, or it'll be like two like the random characters that are in this. I don't really think it's going to be Samara and Tony, just because I don't think they're going to have big roles, but I think that they'll be there at like a certain, like you'll get like small, like almost like CeCe Cooper. Remember CeCe Cooper? You got like 3 or 4 scenes with her, but then she got, but really she was only on screen for like 4 minutes total or whatever.
Right.
Like, but it felt like it was like 20 minutes. That's what I think they'll do with them, because I think also Samara's supposed to be the actress and Tony's is like the actor, whatever, like the film guys. So you probably have them as the setup for the theater and like the museum and stuff like that. And based on what we've seen from like the behind the scenes shots, that all lines up and that all makes sense. So my guess is those two will probably die, but they'll be like the CeCe Cooper kills, where they're like the celebrity cameos. They get like a couple scenes, like brief scenes that establish something, and then they'll be killed off, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, man.
When they first announced Samara, you guys remember, I was like immediately, oh, there's our celebrity opening kill. It's gonna happen. I was convinced of it. But I always said, until we get more information, that's gonna be my view. Well, I got off of the opening kill now. Like I'm like 99.5%, like half a percent that I'm wrong, because that she's not the opening kill. And I base it on the fact that she was filming in Montreal for 3 weeks. And you're not going to film an opening kill for 15 minutes in 3 weeks. That's a few days at the most.
I will say though, we do know, and you got to keep this in mind too. We do know that they didn't send people home right away, because they didn't want people to figure out who died based on how long they were there. So everyone was there for 3 to 4 weeks, everybody. And then they let people go home like scattered. So that could be something to throw something off too, which is kind of crazy, because did they pay them for that? Like, what if you're like the first person killed,
right? Having a vacay,
getting paid for 3 weeks? Like, talk about a life.
They're not. They're not putting them in Motel 6 in Montreal.
Oh yeah, I mean,
they're in some nice hotels.
In the first 2 minutes, just put me up in a nice little hotel, give me a little feeding budget. Let me go
DM every day.
I saw some pictures of them eating good too.
Yeah,
they had a good time.
Oh, that's right.
Absolutely,
they living their best life. But I mean, it is smart. It is smart though, because because I mean, you don't like, because even Scream 5, people were able to figure out like Vince. Like, you knew Vince died early because he was only there for like 2 days. So like, people
or just
knew
watch
that
the trailer.
Or just
that's true.
But we didn't know how soon he died. He could have been, but you knew like, okay, he was only there for like 2 days of shooting, so that means he's got to be. So that's likely.
Well, look at David. Fate. Remember, we knew that David left before Courtney and Nev arrived, so we knew there was not going to be a scene with them together. And it was sad. So so we'll wait and see. It was a smart move. You're right, trying to play poker a little bit. But Samara did stay. There were a lot of folks that left before Samara. So I just think that he'll watch me the opening kill, right? Once it happened. But I don't think so. But who knows? It's nice that we don't really know right now. I love that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And hey, what's going on to you guys that just came in as we're getting ready to wrap up here? Hey to Sarah and a good friend Apollo. Yo, what's up, Apollo? I don't know if we're gonna see Hank Loomis. I really, I
would love to have like a Hank Loomis, like bring Hank back, bring the.
It would be cool.
Have like a Hank and Sam encounter, or like I would love for Hank to be like the opening scene kill, and like Sam's trying to like figure out some things for her past or whatever, and Hank has some like important information for her, and she goes to go see him and he's dead, and she's got to figure out what did he want to tell her. Like that could be a nice little jumping off point, but they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna get ready to wrap up there, guys. And Jake's gonna be going on in a few minutes, so definitely check him out. I'll be on later on tonight. And Fate, are you doing anything tonight?
Just the Laker stream. Now the Laker game. We had back-to-back Laker games yesterday.
Nice. All right. And Steven, what about you for tonight?
Not tonight. I normally stream on Mondays,
Always
but
want to check.
I appreciate that. Yeah, nothing tonight since I did the Zach stream last night, which is a little different. But I will be streaming tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Central. So I switched it to tomorrow.
Yeah, man. All right, man. And I gotta say, man, it is pretty cool because when you think about it, obviously we get to stream twice a week with each other and stuff. But if folks are definitely still needing that collective fix, you'll probably see us on every other day, at least on our individual channels if we're not here. So, and sometimes double. So it's like, it's crazy. Man.
Oh, and me and Knight are going live this week.
What?
Yeah. We're gonna talk
I need to start writing Knight's coattail, man. Knight's over here. He's gonna have 30,000 subs by the end of the year.
Oh, I know. I'm predicting it.
We need him to start shouting us out.
Yeah, man.
We need some of those shout outs.
But yeah, man. Talking about Evil Dead, man. I mean,
nice.
That's gonna be cool. Like,
hell yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Dude, me too, man. Like, that's one of the movies I'm very excited for moving into next year.
Yes.
So
I'm a huge fan of the franchise, so that is going to be awesome. So
fun.
All right.
Did the trailer already come out for that real quick? Or no, it's coming out, right?
Oh, we're getting a bunch of pictures right now. We got one today even.
Yeah, I know we got I thought I read somewhere that the trailer's supposed to be coming out this month.
Probably,
wow.
I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I'd imagine it comes out late this month.
Yeah. Because it comes out in April, right? So it would make sense to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read something that it was coming out like sometime this month, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was next month. I don't know. But I swear I read somewhere, and I even wanted to talk about it, but I just didn't.
They just released like 3 photos. So okay, I know we gotta wrap up. But they just released 3 photos. So yeah, trailer's probably next. All right, yeah. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining the collective.
Dang, that was
bye. Goodbye.
We'll catch you guys later. Gears, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Peace out, guys. Bye.